What's going on, guys? Welcome back to State of the Union. We have a lot planned for this episode, including 2 new segments. It's going to be massive. Let's get right into it. To start things off, we have our match recap against FC Cincinnati. This was our home opener at Subaru Park. I was there. It was absolutely electric. Top 10 night of my life. Pat Noonan, hello. Ty Baribo with a hat trick. He scored in like the 4th minute. This place went nuts. We knew right then and there this game was over. I want a cardboard cutout of Ty Baribo, like a life-size cardboard cutout of Ty Baribo, and I want it in my living room so I can just give him a hug every time he puts the ball into the back of the net. This man has changed my life. Anyways, hat trick for Ty Baribo. Another goal from Bruno Damiani. We'll get into that later. The Union win 4-1. Ty Baribo, man of the match, obviously, but also player of the match day. Well done, Ty. Next up, Bruno Damiani comes in as a substitute. I think he plays like 15 minutes or so. I don't know. Don't fact check me on that. Scores a nice goal. Cross in from Quinn Sullivan. Buries it. Evander scored a class goal. I am not going to lie. Kind of feel bad for the dude. Snubbed of MVP last year when he was with Portland. But now he's here at Cincinnati. Other than that, though, these two men, Danley Jean-Jacques and Jovan Lukic, they held it down. I love this pairing at defensive mid. They put Kevin Denke on fraud watch. That man is on fraud watch. He's done absolutely nothing and was zero threat to us last night. You have a $16 million signing. You're a Belgian Golden Boot winner, Kevin Denke. And we have Ty Baribo, who we paid like $600,000 for and scored a hat trick. He's at 5 goals now, which is top of the MLS charts. So he is front runner for Golden Boot right now. We might as well give it to him now because he's going to keep doing this. I know it's only been 2 matches, but he's clearly the best player in the league. What's next? Cavan played. I don't know why they couldn't get him a shirt that like fit him properly. This is like adult large. The kid needs a youth size. But anyways, I have witnessed all of Cavan Sullivan's minutes in person, which is epic. I could also use a cardboard cutout of this child for my living room. Let's look forward to this weekend's match against New England Revolution. I believe New England hasn't scored a goal yet. Where are we? Yeah, no goals for. So that is awesome for us. I think we're gonna win 4-0. We won the first game 4-2, last game 4-1. Let's keep it going. 4-0. We're in New England, but there's gonna be no one at this game. This team has no fans, and after not scoring any goals, completely new roster. I believe Campagna's their striker, who is a fraud. Okay, he just got on that Miami hype train. The kid's a fraud. Unfortunately, they're gonna lose 4-0. I think our lineup will be mostly the same, except I hope that Bruno starts instead of Ura. I'd like to see 90 minutes of Bruno Damiani. The Union 2, this is just some other news. The Union 2 season starts this Sunday at 3 o'clock against New England's second team. I believe it's a home game. But yeah, I will definitely be watching this as well. Our new segments. Guys, I am so excited. We'll start with MLS Fantasy. What happened? How do I see last week? Game week 2, this was my roster. Big points really only from Christian Benteke. I don't know why Brian Gutierrez didn't play. Nuhu had an own goal. What is my luck with that? Anyways, we scored 58 points, which was 8 points above the average, but unacceptable for me. So we are not going to let that happen again. This week, revamped roster. Patrick Schulte in goal. Columbus against Houston. If I need a shutout in this game. The defense, we're tanking the defense this week. Omar Valencia, only 5 mil, averages 6.5 points. They're playing Atlanta, which is going to be difficult. Atlanta's got, Latte Loth, Almiron, Saba, Miran Chunk, but they didn't score last week against Charlotte, so I'm hoping they're still in a slump. Jamar Ricketts from San Jose, averaging 7.5 and for 5 million, that's a steal. Alex Freeman, only 4.3 million. You can see the budget we're cutting it close there, but he scored a goal last week. I'm hoping he continues this train. We're stacking the midfield. Our cheapest midfielder for 7 mil, Dylan Chambost from Columbus. Again, betting the house on Columbus, absolutely obliterating Houston. Lucho Acosta, this is going to be his breakout game. They're playing Chicago, who are awful. This is his first season at Dallas, previously at Cincinnati. But I need a big game from Lucho here. Da Costa, who is the Evander replacement in Portland, averaging 10 points, playing Nashville, who are awful. So hopefully some big points there. Martin Ojeda, playing NYCFC, which will be tough, but he's averaging 9 points. And then Daniel Gazdag. We need to slaughter New England. I need big points. I need this man feeding my striker, Ty Baribo, who had the most points last week. I think he had, 19 points last week. His season market value has gone up by $1 million, which is crazy. I'm also making him my captain so I can get double points on him. So if we get a goal or two, well, that'll be some big points there. Christian Benteke is going to have a field day in Sporting Kansas City, or in DC, but against Sporting Kansas City, who are awful. Our substitute striker, Kelvin Yaboa, spent a lot on my sub for striker, but everyone else was dirt cheap. My defensive subs, Matthew Edwards and Mikanya, I just put them on the team because they were dirt cheap and I know they're going to start. And then we have Vancouver's goalie. They're playing Montreal. I need a shutout from him. What else? Oh, next new segment. MLS Pick'ems. For the first game, which team will be leading at halftime? Seattle versus LAFC. Both of these teams played in CONCACAF this week. So I think they're going to be pretty tired. I'm going to go for a draw here. Will Christian Benteke score today against Sporting Kansas City? Like I already said, yes. Who is going to win? The Whitecaps or Montreal? Montreal have looked awful. Give me the Whitecaps. Ryan Gold and the Whitecaps. Will there be over 2.5 goals? Inter Miami for Charlotte. Inter Miami had CONCACAF games. I think they lost. Yeah, did they lose? I think they might have lost in CONCACAF 1-0, I believe. Will there be over 2.5 goals? I don't think so. Charlotte has the best defense in the league, just based on last year, and they shut down Atlanta last week. I don't even know if Messi's going to play. He hasn't played recently. But yeah, I think Charlotte holds it down. There will not be 3 goals in this game. Who is going to score first? The Galaxy or St. Louis? Let's talk about St. Louis first. Bradley Carnell's old team. This team is awful. I watched the game against San Diego last week, and they had like one okay chance to score, and they absolutely bottled it. And that was their only chance the whole game. That game ended 0-0. This team cannot score a goal. But also, LA has been in a big slump. They're 0-2 this year. Former MLS Cup winners. Without Ricky Puig and Paintsill, they also look like they can't score. But I don't see how this game ends 0-0. So I'm just going to pick the Galaxy. Let's submit these pick'ems. We'll see how we did in next week's episode. Anyways, that's all I have for this episode. If you made it this far, what are you doing with your life? Thank you guys. Go Union. Best team in the country.